when really companies change the game. This is a game changer. Progressive PrepWorks has come up with a way to keep that produce nice and fresh. We're gonna give you a set of 2 of your containers for $29.95, 5 flex payments. All of our culinary is on 5 flex payments, but you're getting one of the big ones. This big one is gonna be 5.7 quarts, and then you're getting your smaller one, which is your 3 quart. So these are perfect whether you're putting carrots in here or celery or all the above, or whether you're putting lettuce. My lettuce goes bad so fast. It is absolutely ridiculous. You could put strawberries in here. Strawberries last me, I swear, by the time I get them out of the bag, I think they are starting to spoil. Carrie Miletto, I mean, do you have the same experience? I think strawberries may be the worst.
They are. I have some strawberries right here, and guys, let me tell you, from the moment you get it at the store, the clock is ticking. And yes, my lettuce too. And I like to save money and get the bigger lettuce. But the problem is, by the time you get to it, you're throwing away half of it. So this is all about Progressive, who is going to give you that Stay Fresh technology that is built right into the container. So let me break down the container for you, and then let's talk about what we're getting rid of the moment we choose to get this set. So the way that it's done, it's a BPA-free container. At the bottom, or the base, is where you can actually put water if need be, and or it will take the colander area and let your fruit or vegetables drain. So did you know that some fruit and vegetables, some need water to be kept out of it? So, you know, when we store things, we always think we buy a storage set and then we just throw it in the storage set. But different fruits and vegetables need to be stored differently. So that's why Progressive created this. So you're going to place any of your fruit and vegetables inside. You have the airflow vents on the side also, because some things need air and some things do not need air, in which we would keep these closed, and they're located on both sides. At the top on the lid, and I'm gonna move to this lid to show you that, and I put a piece of paper behind it just so on TV we can see it, but right on the lid are the instructions based on which type of fruit or vegetable that you're storing. And it also is gonna tell you whether you need to have that vent open or whether you need to have water at the bottom of that base. So it makes it super simple. So you don't have to remember what you're doing. You just consult the lid each time. And when it comes to, say, my pineapple, if I look at the lid, that is my fresh cut fruit. I do not have to put any water. I do not have to open the vents. I'm gonna keep the vents closed. I'm gonna keep the bottom clean. So as you can see here, if we get in here, that pineapple already has a lot of juice. If you keep it in a different container and we're not separating the juice from the pineapple, what happens? We get pineapple soup at the bottom, and it makes our pineapple go bad faster, right?
It does, and I know exactly what you're talking about. I have made pineapple soup, I think last week, as a matter of fact.
It's not that great. So what we're avoiding is this. How many times have you gone to the store? We buy, if maybe you're getting spinach for your smoothies, maybe you think, well, I'm just going to get that salad that comes in the bag so it's easier for me. And here you go, Alice. I mean, we were just talking about this. These strawberries were only purchased a couple days ago. Yep. Look what has already happened. There was one bad bunch in there, one bad guy, and he took the whole bunch with him. Do you know how expensive these grapes are? On sale, I got these for $2.99 a pound. I already have a whole bunch going brown inside this bag. The reason is these containers are not created to keep your fruit fresh. They crowd the fruit. They crowd, say, the lettuce all together. And if one goes bad, the rest will follow. So let's talk about what happens when you get home. So if you have these, you're gonna get home, you're gonna open your container, you're gonna come over here, and you're gonna place them into the Progressives. Now I'm using the 3 quart, I'm just gonna dump them right in. This is a very large container of strawberries. I love going to the box store and getting a good deal. I don't love that when I got that good deal, I can't eat them fast enough. So if I can place them in here, place my lid on top, there's a silicone seal that goes around the top here, and I'm gonna consult again, this is fresh fruit. I do not need to put any water at the bottom. I do not need to open my vents. So knowing that that's the case, these are now ready to store. If I wanted to put these with my pineapple in the fridge, I can even store them up and down. They stack really nicely, or I can just place them in the fridge as I need them. Look how beautiful that looks too. It's a much better view than something like this.
Absolutely, and it will extend the life of those fruits, those vegetables, keep them nice and fresh. Look at how much they hold too. It's a really nice size container, so you can see a full, great big size bag of carrots. And in here, 2 heads of butter lettuce. I love butter lettuce, it's my favorite. But simple and easy, here's what's really important is how easy it is to use, because Carrie, if it was difficult, if I had to stop and think about it, if I had to go look at something like a little table and figure it out, I wouldn't do all that. This is easy, but it's gonna work, and we're gonna give you 2 of them. Your choice gray or the red gray, I think, is the bestseller at the moment. $29.95. Think about what you waste every single day. It's awful, isn't it? Every time I throw something out, I feel so incredibly guilty, but I just can't use it fast enough. And they don't sell little tiny portions of strawberries, or they don't sell like 5 strawberries, which is pretty much all I need, because they go bad so fast. Extend the life of them. This is the way to do it. Keep that produce fresher longer. And it just makes so much sense. What you will save, Carrie, in terms of food, in terms of dollars and cents, I bet in a week this pays for itself.
Well, if you think about the times you've thrown away the strawberry, the lettuce, and all of those things, we can fit 2 iceberg lettuces in our 5.7 quart. So please look at the nice capacity in that. With lettuce, you want to keep the vent open because it needs to have air. And then we want to make sure that at the bottom, we have 1 to 2 teaspoons of water. So the water that sits down there is going to keep the lettuce fresh, but it's not going to let the moisture get into the lettuce itself. Moving over to carrots, let's talk about carrots for a minute. You ever go for a carrot and it looks like it's been just squeezed dry of everything and they get that white weird color? Carrots need to have the water at the bottom too. So this tray at the bottom, 1 to 2 teaspoons of water. You pop this on top, and on this one, we want to keep the vents closed. How do I know that? I just looked right here at the list, the guide that's going to tell me carrots, and then whether to have the vent open or closed, and whether to have water or not. So whether it's your carrots, your grapes, your strawberries, your fresh cut watermelon, and I have citrus right now. There's such great deals on citrus. But again, we don't want to throw them out. We don't want to end up over here saying, well, that was $5, throw it in the garbage. Well, and these are expensive actually. These are like $4 or $5 when you buy them, depending upon the size you get. And I can't tell you how many times you open it, you make one salad, you come back, the rest of it's gone. So,
Carrie, thank you so much. We need to save our food and we need to save money. That's a perfect way to do it. But whether it's your produce, whether it might be some of your proteins, whatever it is, if you're in the kitchen, you're using your knives. Well, we have some of the finest knives that are out in the market today. But not only are they some of the finest